source thing. Kano can help us find it. Alright, so these are our objectives. We're playing this really cute game. It's a mystery solver thingy. So feel free to just jump in with your questions. All questions are acceptable. It's a flashback. No spoilers, please. Uh, have you ever had like a spoiler from a friend before? Audio, music. Music's up. It's a dang nice library. Yeah. Aw, of course we do. Adorable to be a librarian. He is a tiny guy for a librarian, but he's one of the smartest people in the town. So adorable. So cute. Um, they gave him a set of keys. He became the de facto librarian when the librarian actually left. Personal code of conscience. What a guy. Ooh, we're here for some research. Sorta don't know. Mm-hmm. Back when the town was funded. Back when the town was founded. That's fine. We'll start there.
Chapter 8. 6 feet under, 3 towns over. The kids spent the rest of the afternoon combing
Nice
through dusty
page.
piles of old county records, desperately searching for anything that could help them make sense of Mr. Tulliver's cryptic utterance. Luca tried to shake the thought of Gran's basement, but his focus wavered. Explosives, messages hidden in jam, dossiers on various town figures, and a corkboard threaded with photos.
Oh no.
Gran was the only family he had left. He still couldn't bring himself to believe the worst. But the old map with the symbol of explosives in town square made that difficult.
Gran's got some explosive plans for this town.
As the sun began to set, the kids were no closer to the truth.
More records. You gotta keep digging, buddy. Lived a full and wonderful life till he read so much boring crud.
Rollo shut his book
Aww.
with an assertive nod.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of things that killed us in the past, so we had to rewind time and pick a different direction to go in to avoid that death.
Rollo muttered under his breath.
Oh. Oh ho ho.
Beck slammed her finger down on the open page before glancing down to read.
J. Hartford. I wonder who that is.
Something tickled the back of Luca's mind.
8 years ago. Ooh. Ah! Ah, we're figuring it out. Oh my lord. We are figuring it out. I knew it. I knew it. Uh let's lower the volume down a bit. But I knew it. The aging goop. Ah, it's Luca's mom. It's not his grandma. Oh my god. No. E. Hartford, yes. My mom's Eleanor. Your mom disappeared for a while, but then your grandma suddenly came back. And who are you living with, Luca?
The question hung in the air.
Dot dot dot. That's why you don't let random strangers who claim to be your relatives just live with you.
Beck rubbed her eyes.
10 p.m. Wow. Worried sick, yeah. This has some real Hardy Boys
His heart was
vibes.
pounding as he approached the house. If he was lucky, Gran, or whoever it was, hadn't gotten back yet. And of course, there was Mr. Tolliver tied up and unconscious in the basement. Dealing with him would be the first order of business. Luca shook out his arms to calm his nerves before entering.
Who is anybody in this town?
He held perfectly still, tempering his breath and listening closely.
It's Grandma!
She was asleep. His only hope was that she hadn't found Mr. Tolliver before dozing off.
Check the back. The basement is here. It's a secret behind the oh shit, where's Tolliver?
Mr. Tolliver was nowhere to be seen.
No, no. Oh, now we in trouble, chat. We in trouble. Oof.
Or maybe Gran knew everything. Luca's hungry stomach groaned.
He got hungry.
Not realizing it, he'd gone the entire day without eating.
I couldn't do that. Could you? Could anybody in the chat do that? Go an entire day without eating and not notice? I can't go even. I can't even go without breakfast, let alone an entire day. Just need a little brain fruit.
Luca rushed over to the pile of jam jars, unscrewed one, and shoveled a handful into his mouth.
Jam delivery will be
He
delayed.
flipped the lid to read the label.
Oh, your aunt knows we tied up Mr. Tolliver. Then I'm screwed. Our little liar. This guy. The only option is to go to bed and act as if nothing is wrong. Totally like, totally what a 9-year-old would do. I don't think Mr. Tolliver finished what he was sent to and left when he was done. Alright, yeah. Sounds like a good plan. Yeah, we can do this. Go to sleep. Grandma is no longer sleeping in her chair. Oh no. Oh no. If we pretend to sleep, we can pretend like nothing happened. Go to bed, play it cool, that's the plan.
As Luca climbed the final stair, the emotion of the day dragged heavily on him. With each consecutive step, his legs weakened. His stride began to falter. He tried to grab for the railing to steady himself.
Or was it the jam jar?
Something was wrong.
Was he drugged by the jam in the jar for Mr. Nuncreed? It's a few more steps.
Luca groaned
Oh,
and tried to move. His limbs might as well have been bolted to the ground. Through numb lips, he mumbled just before falling asleep.
the jam. The jam. It was the jam. Ah, Luca. What did you get yourself into? She's carrying my numb body. Yes, now let me handle everything. Grandma's got a map with explosive markers on them.
Chapter 9. A speech to end all speeches.
Oof.
Luca awoke to find himself face down in bed. He moaned into his pillow. Why would Gran drug him? Or rather, why was she trying to drug Mr. Nuncreed?
Good
Shaking the
question.
questions from his woozy head, Luca snapped back to the matter at hand.
The festival. The festival. Festival, festival, festival. And yet again, another day where we're leaving the house and not eating a thing. Secret messages for secret conspirators. Sly. Nowhere to be found. Where's Grandma? What's. Oh. Time to find out what the speech is about.
Augustus Valentine nervously wiped his brow.
Hey, Sir Rafik, how are you doing? Yeah, I know I'm a little late. Right? I know I'm a little late. I forgot that today was Tuesday. I was like, what time is it? And my wife was like, aren't you streaming yet? And I was like, why? Am I supposed to be streaming today? And I was like, it's Tuesday. Oh. So I was like, rush upstairs, boot up the computer, just slap together your streaming gear, and start the stream. And I started like 20 minutes ago, so yeah, we're a little late, but it's not. It's not forever. It's fine. It's fine. You missed a few good things, dude. Did you just get in? Cause we got drugged by Grandma. We ate Grandma's jar, went for Mr. Nuncreed, and it was drugged. And we went to sleep. It was like, oh, Norm's probably going to cancel the stream. Nope, nope. Yeah, yeah. Great grandma put us to sleep. But also, we went to the library. Again, it's big camera time. We went to the library And we found out that this person, Jay Hartford, died 8 years ago. Now, Jay Hartford is actually the name of our grandma. So, if grandma died 8 years ago, who's the person in the house with us now? See my face? Yes, yes, exactly. It's, oh, hell no. Who's this granny that's with us now? Yeah, that's my conspiracy theory. Is like it's our mom who was somehow aged through the aging goop. Yeah, that's the idea. Just some random stranger. He sleeps in the same room. Oh yes, stranger danger. Your mayor aunt. This mayor is like it's his first job, and he's trying to figure it out.
Gus cleared his throat and awkwardly loosened his tie.
He's got he's went through some major trauma. Like the dude has the eyes and demeanor of somebody who's been broken down and defeated by life. I know I have that look sometimes when going to the office. Like, no, it's Monday. No. you're, you're sitting in your car and you're like, I have to go into the office. The war flashbacks.
William Kerr bounded on the stage with the energy of a preacher at a big tent revival.
Oh, I put up a lurk button now. Well, it's not a button, but I put up a lurk command. It's exclamation mark lurk. Let me show it to you in case it didn't show up when you came in. What do you think? Nice, nice. Yeah, all the other streamers I've come into contact with has one of those, and I figured, like, yeah, why not use one of those? Blaming us for you not knowing what to do. I like to involve my chat with the decisions I make in the game. Is it so bad? Like you are on this adventure with me as we figure out this game that's totally alien to me. Yeah.
He gave Gus a hearty slap on the back and motioned him off the stage.
So we blame each other for the bad decisions we make in the games. Nobody gets a free pass. Everybody's guilty. Huh. I really don't like his smile. Like so sleazy, this hyena.
Mr. Kerr pulled a thick stack of note cards out from his vest.
A few words. Is it tyranny? Come on. It's not so bad. It's democracy. Together we will fail. Often enough, and eventually we will succeed. It's time to add a new pillar. Change. Change is a powerful thing. Inexorable, unavoidable, and undeniable. I'm daggone thankful for it. It's the reason we're all here today. Hard for me to believe that it was only 4 years ago and fate brought me here. Simple business trip, which brought me to a small town, which forever changed my life. Forever.
Mr. Kerr took a moment to survey the crowd. He wiped away a single tear.
Doesn't look like he's crying. Something about this place has held me captive. Change represents opportunity. Potential. Change has helped me recognize the potential of this place. People of this town, despite suffering great loss, still held the things that made them special.
He thumped the podium to emphasize each word.
I don't know this is a male hyena, but the eyelashes keep it. He's got really, really thick lashes, don't he? And the fact that his hair is in a ponytail and really fixed up, it really throws you off. Change.
Mr. Kerr nodded confidently, biting his lip. The crowd was silent, in rapt attention. Mr. Kerr methodically made eye contact with each section of the crowd.
We are the horizon. The festival is a symbol of our commitment to each other.
His voice began to build to a crescendo.
Oh. Now walk hand in hand into a future we will shape together. And that is what change is all about. Making things happen. Change is a choice. Ah, his line's so cheesy. Oh, and that's the bomb.
The crowd began to look around nervously.
It's literally the story's way of conveying a long speech that says last meeting halfway through. Oh, well. Yes, it is. So much. Stay calm.
Mr. Kerr quickly flicked through his note cards.
A lot of good in this town.
He raised his hands up to the heavens.
Our harvest awaits. Oh no, we're dead. Oh Christ.
At that moment, a merciless wall of impossibly cold air ripped through the crowd, instantly freezing everyone and everything it touched.
Yep.
For a man like William Kerr, this was a fitting way for things to end. On a stage, with an entire town frozen in rapt attention for the rest of time.
Didn't expect that, did ya? The game audio sounds so soft. Oh, really? Is it? It's very loud. You barely heard what? The freezing? Yes, it is. Let me... Oh no. Hello? Yeah, a little bit better. I can't hear. Alright. Thanks for letting me know. No, that's not it.
Mum, 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 mum.
It's just surprised. No, it's totally fine. It's just that my mic is a little closer than it usually is, I think. I had like a meeting with the office earlier, so I wasn't able to move the mic back to where it normally is for the streams.
The end.
Yeah, how's that?
There's that ice again! Whenever I think we're getting close, it comes along and ruins everything! Maybe we should just quit? Maybe you should just close the book, walk away, and never think of me again.
Better? Narrator volume is better? Much better. Alright, cool. Yeah.
No, I don't mean that. We got a little closer this time. We just need to try again. Please.
I like the beginner's guide to hostile interrogation. Uh what did we try? Good cop, hard cop. Good cop, chill cop. Let's go with chill cop. Uh-huh. Let's try sly cop, yeah.
They'd run the classic good cop, sly cop interrogation. Luca and Rollo ducked behind a barrel, leaving Beck to her task. With a few crisp snaps, she roused Mr. Tolliver. Mr. Tolliver looked down and shifted a bit, testing his restraints.
I guess so. Yeah.
Beck caught herself before letting the surprise manifest on her face. She'd already gotten him to reveal his relation to Gran. This was gonna be easy.
But she sent a child. How dare you? You're in rope, my dude. Yeah. The real grandma's name is Juniper. And I guess that's the identity that she's picking up here in the town. Our real mom's name is... It starts with E. I don't think it was Esther. Eleanor. Real mom's name is Eleanor. Probably.
Mr. Tolliver wriggled a bit in his restraints. Beck quickly removed the ropes.
Mostly I'm just like, how can he not see Luca? It's right there. It's not... And more importantly, Rollo. Rollo's not even behind the barrel. He's just right next to it. Maybe it's dark. Maybe.
Mr. Tolliver rubbed the growing knot on his forehead. Beck twirled her hand, as if to prompt Mr. Tolliver to finish her thought.
Destroy the evidence.
Beck shook her head and clicked her tongue. Mr. Tolliver let out an amused huff in agreement. Beck was on a roll now, playing Mr.
The
Tolliver
source?
like a fiddle.
What is the source? We have so many more things to figure out now.
Heading
Hmm.
for the stairs, Mr. Tolliver hesitated and turned to Beck with a puzzled look.
Oh shit.
She grinned and gave him a peppy wave. With a shrug, he continued up the stairs, whistling a jaunty tune.
The fact that we have no idea what we need to get rid of might just lead to failure later indoors. Maybe. We're definitely going to do trial and error to figure out what the good ending is in this game. Rolo's priorities. The whole time he's got a candy shell and he's been selling us his apples.
Beck blinked slowly in disappointment.
Rolo's priorities are, well, Rolo's priorities. Ah.
She turned to the table and began tearing small scraps of paper. Beck marked each scrap of paper and leaned back.
Cover up. Ooh. Nuncrease drugstore.
Luca and Beck looked at Rollo with amazement.
An anagram or Krens. It's, I'm not giving him the benefit of the win. Like, I don't think you figured that out because you thought about it. I think you figured that out because you got lucky. Oh, who's this? What's he late for? He was just at the house. I think it's got to do with the Hank Atomic comics. Yeah. How's the background music for you? It's better now. Work? You? You work? We all have that one office mate. Thiccens.
Gus looked around nervously.
Oh, it's so naive. So nice. So nice. He's so naive, this guy. Can't tell if he's truly serious or just forced to. We don't know anymore. We're just kind of here for the ride. I'm just interested in what's gonna happen.
Eris's cry hung in the air.
This town's gonna be frozen, is what it's gonna be. I didn't realize there's going to be environmental morals in this game, but I'm down for it. It's fine. I like it. Eternal winter. Winter is coming. Never leaving. Why is she still here, the crocodile lady? I like the background music. It's very... It's got a good beat to it. Hey, it's our tiny friend.
Solomon stood proudly at the entrance to the drugstore, holding a brown bag overflowing with black licorice. Solomon shoveled a surprising amount of licorice into his mouth.
Small pleasures in life. Treat yourself, Solomon. Solomon is what Ironic and I are to the lady that sells the bean boozled beans at the candy store. That's what Solomon is. We're the only ones that buy it in that amount to keep it in stock. Alright, yeah, the phone booth. Yeah, the phone booth is a... We went here and we got trapped. Where is this analogy going? I heard the beans. Yeah, those are not cheap.
Beck cupped her hands on the glass to peek inside.
Crimson. Crimson rush. Oh, Rolo.
Beck flung open the door and they all squeezed in. Luca cracked his knuckles and entered the letters into the keypad. The inside of the phone booth dropped loose from its shell.
Oh.
Without even the space to panic, they closed their eyes, held their breath, and accepted their fate.
Shit.
Suddenly, the chaotic descent slowed to an effortless landing. It was unclear where they ended up, but at least it was solid ground.
Ooh, we
air
finally
was
see what the
stagnant
underground is
and
about.
smelled vaguely of chlorine.
No, you did not. But you didn't share it, so it doesn't count. I thought I fell into a laundromat because of the a secret underground laundromat. Nobody will ever know how I wash my clothes. Oh, alright. It's time for us to read the things. Mining operations. You know, the background music has no business being this good. It's like, why is this a good beat? Fertilizer warehouse. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Talks like a no creed. The background music reminds me of Tron Legacy, the Disney movie. It's it was by Daft Punk. It was pretty good.
Rollo's hands hovered over the field of blinking buttons.
Eeny, meeny, miny. Ah, that's not. Hey, wondering which goblin. How are ya? So there was another stream playing this. How was it? I didn't know there were other people playing this game. Oh, thanks, dude. I'm trying. I'm planning to. It's really good so far. It's just I can't. I like the choices they've made with this game. It's like you start with the kids, and the art style is so cute, and you don't really expect the story to go where it actually goes. So it's like we've been frozen so many times. uh, Thanks for dropping in. Appreciate it. What part of this do you like? Have you played this personally? Oh. Oh, you haven't played this yet. Oh, ho, ho, ho. It's no Creed. Shit. Everybody's like, shit. Welcome to the chat. Strap in. Be one of the brain cells contributing to the story, my dude. It was an absurd password. You can? Oh, you gotta go? You don't care about our skins. I like my skin. Since oh. Alright, yeah, you gotta go to sleep, my dude. You gotta It's 10 a.m. The sun's up. You gotta go you gotta get some shut eye, my dude. Catch us next time. Alright? I look forward to seeing you on stream again if you wander around these parts. Have a good night, buddy. Good morning, rather.
Joseph waited for a moment in silence.
Sounds just like him. Alright, thanks. I will enjoy the game. Don't. Oh, I sound like my dad. Oh, what's he got to do with my dad's death? What's he got to do with my dad's death?
He gestured toward the strange tubes.
Thanks, have a good morning. Hope you get amazing amounts of rest, my dude. Seems like you need it. 5 p.m. to 10 a.m. I can't do that. You're amazing. I can't believe you can pull that off. I can't do that anymore. Have a good one. It's one of those deep talks. Oh, so adult. Partners. Oh, the plot thickens. So, this guy's the pharmacist and my dad's the doctor. Interesting. Total psychic.
Nuncreed let out a growl of a sigh.
I need someone to know this. Oh, what's this? Secret alert! Secret alert! Oh, oh, Nuncreed's a little dirty. Nuncreed's a little dirty. It's sidekick to villain plotline.
He shook his head wistfully.
Sharper Valentine was like the OG mayor of this town.
Nuncreed took a menacing step towards the children.
Oh, he was buying time. Dude was buying time.
Luca began to laugh.
Oh, here we go.
The color drained from Nuncreed's face.
I like how his eyes popped up. So say it's the only underground layer we busted into today. Bad intentions, my big man. She got maps, explosives, and bad intentions. That's like a song title somewhere. Keep that in mind.
Nuncreed grabbed Luca by the shoulders. His eyes were frantic.
Mimo wants things to go boom boom. Oh no, turn on the machine and suck it back up.
A jolt of realization struck Mr. Nuncreed.
Oh, Mima's been... Is that a vacuum tube? What was it? Let's go! I love this town.
Chapter 8.
You're in immediate danger, and the thing you think of is you love this town.
The cold, hard truth. Beck leapt up, allowing the suction to yank her into the dark. Dimness eclipsed around her like the shutter of a camera as she seemed to cover great distance in mere moments. Her only points of reference were glints of upcoming turns, which approached with frightening speed, only to carom her gracefully along. She heard the tinny, distant echoes of Rollo's glee. Once she stopped fighting against it, the ride was impossibly smooth. Then, all of a sudden, as if minutes had passed in an instant, light blazed into view. A burst of wintry air snuffed across her face, and she was flung out into the cold.
Oh. But there's no winter here. I might have party with some fluids in there. We gotta find Nuncreed. Nuncreed, where are you? Where am I going? Where do I go? Oh, alright. Oh, guys! Oh, Jesus Christ, this is Beacon Pines! Is this my house? This is my house! This is the town sign. What do you mean that's your house? This is the town. See? There's no house. Can't be a simulation. I don't know what I expected, but this is not it. Alright? What's with these cans of toxic waste?
As they rounded the corner to the frozen town square, they spotted Mr. Nuncreed inching cautiously toward a pit at its center.
This is never it.
He held his arms out gingerly, as if approaching a beast in the wild. Upon closing the distance, Luca recognized what Nuncreed was after. Gran stood confidently at the edge, one arm outstretched over the abyss. Nearby, A wheelbarrow had been emptied out. She held a lit torch, which flickered in the bitter wind.
No.
Mr. Nuncreed turned back toward the kids, desperation in his eyes. Rollo and Beck held steadfast in awe.
I wonder what's really happening in this town.
Luca approached closer.
I need to know.
Mr. Nuncreed spun back toward Gran, his voice growing louder.
You're gonna push her when we're not looking. Oh, I know it. Betrayal. This bitch.
Mr. Nuncreed winced with anguish. His voice hardened. They both now yelled, not to each other, but at fate itself, making their peace with long-held burdens. The wind howled with encouragement.
Oof. That's not
They
fair.
glanced at each other, both catching their breath.
I don't know who I want to
The
support
moment
here.
balanced on a knife's edge. Amid a blur of emotions and memories, Luca's mind flooded with questions. The wind calmed, as if to give him the stage.
Oh. Oh, we don't have any options yet.
And in the stillness, he began to weep. It was all just too much.
They're crying. It was the only
Falling to
option.
his knees, Luca whimpered softly. The tears crystallized as they hit the snow. Gran stared at Luca for a moment with warm sympathy, remembering why this was all necessary. She stiffened up and brandished the torch at Mr. Nuncreed. Ignoring his final plea, Gran flung the torch into the deep darkness.
He's gonna freeze the entire town.
She smiled and exhaled in relief. Mr. Nuncreed moaned in resignation. The torch echoed as it ricocheted down the hole, punctuated with a thunderous thud. Before Gran could finish, the ground shook her to silence.
Shit. What happening now? What happening now?
Gran only had time to spin around and run to Luca. Her attempt to shield him, an honorable but trifling act. Unflinching love, pitted against an unthinking horror. There was no contest. Her warm embrace froze in an instant. That is where they remain, fixed in place, forever. And so, our story ends on this melancholy scene.
Oof.
In a town brought low by its secrets, sits the frozen statues of a misguided band of meddlers. The end. Well, that was dire. On
That
the
was
bright
dire.
side,
That's what it was.
we finally figured out where all the ice is coming from.
What's going on in the source is some nasty thing that needs a miracle.
Now, we just need to find a way to deal with a mystic, unfathomable force of nature.
Great. Uh-huh. Let's try the chill cup. Yeah.
They'd run the classic good cop, chill cop interrogation.
Because it's ice cold.
Luca walked calmly to the light switch, flicking it off and on a few times. Mr. Tolliver shook his head, gathering his wits.
Dramatic effect.
He looked over to find Luca, who returned a calming grin.
Big mistake, buddy. Your big mistake.
Rollo and Beck emerged from hiding to give a timid wave.
You broke into his house.
Luca glanced over to Rollo and Beck, who replied with skeptical looks.
Alright. I'll see you in a bit.
Mr. Tolliver exhaled with disappointment. Luca gestured to the corner.
Barrels of explosives. Explain everything. Come on. I want you to explain the barrel of explosives, buddy. That's what I want you to explain, yeah. Just need to untie me.
Luca looked again to Rollo and Beck.
I doubt
This
it.
time they shrugged. Luca began to slowly loosen the bindings. Mr. Tolliver gently rubbed his wrists. He edged imperceptibly toward the stairs as he spoke.
Oh, he's gonna make a run for it.
Before the kids had even noticed his movement, Mr. Tolliver was at the light switch. He punctuated his final words by flicking the switch and rushing up the stairs. Beck darted to the wall and turned back on the lights. It was too late. Rollo confirmed what they all heard.
We've been trapped inside.
Mr. Tolliver's muffled voice came from behind the door. They looked bewildered at each other. They heard the staccato thump of quick steps exiting the house. The kids looked down in resignation. This isn't how it goes in Hank Atomic. For some reason, they'd always assumed it was up to them to save their town. Luca opened his mouth, hoping to conjure some magical words to make this right. Only a hollow croak escaped.
Oh.
The end. Well, we certainly aren't going to find a grand resolution to our tale locked in a basement. Back to the drawing board.
Right. Not that. Maybe. Yeah, we got all three. Yeah. Two. Only other way is this way. Right, run!
Luca drew himself up and decided to take the only option they had left. Flight. He squinted down the barrel of the mission control defense cannon, aiming it through an opening in the dense tree branches.
We gotta run.
He looked up with surprise as it struck true and taut.
Can't believe that worked.
Luca and Iggy winced as they sprinted through the thicket. The branches clawed at them, reluctant to give passage. After what felt like a marathon, Luca stopped in his tracks as they reached the clearing. What the? That was all he was able to say before Iggy slammed into his back. The boys tumbled down a steep decline and crashed with a wheezing thud on a surface as hard as ice. In fact, it was ice.
Huh.
Chapter
Oh,
5.
no.
Signs. They stood silently, catching their breath.
All right.
The sky was like sapphire. With each breath, a plume of steam escaped from Luca's lungs. Let's keep moving. Luca pulled Iggy to his feet as they gazed across a snowy terrain.
Okay. Actually, pretty badass. It's not bad. Oh, ho, ho. I wonder what this space is. Snow's gotta go.
The boys stared in disbelief at the sign that now clearly read, "Welcome to Beacon Pines."
Oh, Seraphic should have been here. You're in Beacon Pines? Yes. We're away from... You gotta turn around. This is a different version of the town, and I want to know why. It's related? Luca, are you there?
Luca had almost forgotten the walkie-talkie he was carrying. Luca looked at Iggy with hesitation. With a resigned sigh, Luca responded.
Tarnation should end up with one of our radios.
Luca winced, shoving the walkie-talkie back into his pocket.
He knew my mom.
Looking down at the frozen stream, Luca could faintly see a school of minnows encased in the ice. The crunching of footsteps trailing Luca went hush. He looked back to see Iggy's face twisted with confusion.
Nobody's here. He's not wrong. Nobody's here. Well, damn, Iggy, you're such a little bit of a downer, but I understand that. Everybody's allowed to be down in the dumps, dude. I understand. It's been hard.
Luca peered upward at the darkening sky. He let out a long, foggy breath. Faintly, Iggy began to cry. Seeing Iggy in such a pathetic state gave Luca a sense of compassion, and more than a little guilt.
Oh,
Luca allowed himself to collapse next to Iggy. The boys huddled together for warmth and comfort. If not for exhaustion, their minds would be racing, trying to make sense of the events of the day. As it was, all they had energy for was to sit in silence, numb.
no, it's a hypothermia, dude. Oh.
Iggy motioned sarcastically to his half-deformed face.
Yep.
Iggy shrugged.
You're an asshole because you're bored.
Iggy now wept openly.
Oh, Iggy.
He wiped his nose with a sleeve. Luca gave a warm chuckle.
Oh, these kids. They just wanted friends.
Iggy cleared his throat as he wiped his eyes. Iggy arched into a wide yawn. Luca's eyelids began to slowly drift shut.
Oh no, don't do that.
That's all Luca could whisper before succumbing to sleep. Iggy snuggled in some more. The house smelled of warm bread. Luca was playing with toy blocks on the living room rug. He looked up to see his parents on the couch. His mother held his father's head in her lap. She idly stroked his hair while humming a song.
Oh,
A
dude.
voice behind Luca spoke. "This is how you remember them, huh?" Luca turned to see his own face. The doppelganger from his dreams, still clad in a yellow hazmat suit, still carrying a look of disdain behind empty eyes. Aww, look at this perfectly cozy scene. You know it wasn't really like this. The figure picked up a toy block and inspected it. It's amazing the facades that one can build given the right materials. Not that I blame us. These are a child's memories, all warm and fuzzy. You don't remember, do you? Lucas snatched the block from the figure's yellow-gloved hand. Remember what? The doppelganger pointed to the couch. The last day we saw him alive. The day he chose to abandon us. Luca turned to look at his father, still lounging on the couch. That's not true. He didn't abandon us.
Oh, dudes.
The doppelganger waved his hand dismissively. Everything
What's
is true
happening here?
It's just a matter of what we choose to see. Well, let me show you. The world flickered and pulsed. Luca was sitting next to his bed. listening to his heartbeat with one of his dad's stethoscopes. The doppelganger limped into the room. No, we both know that's not how this went. He grabbed Luca's hand and guided the stethoscope to the floor. Luca heard muffled shouting, brought close by the stethoscope. It was his parents, fighting. Do you remember what we did next?
Is it an older version of us? Or
and crept down the hall to peek through the banister. He could see the outline of his mother at the bottom of the stairs.
oof.
Damn it, Walt. We can't afford to get involved in this. She was scared. His father stepped forward. What am I supposed to do? Just watch? There's a sickness in this town, and we both know who's behind it. I swore an oath to help people. I won't turn my back on them. Luca's mother grabbed Walt. She was crying, pleading. I can't lose you. Walt calmly removed Eleanor's hand from his shoulder.
What's happening here?
What's right is right, and what's wrong is wrong. I could never live with myself if I let Sharper get away with this. Eleanor raised her voice. Spare me your bullshit platitudes. What about our son? Luca flinched, dropping the stethoscope down the stairs. Walt turned with a panicked smile. Luca, is that you, buddy? With tears in his eyes, Luca descended the stairs. Mom?
Oh, you saw that.
What's going on?
Oof.
Walt dropped to a knee to meet Luca eye to eye. Nothing, buckaroo. Your mom and I just got a little overexcited is all. Luca placed the stethoscope against his father's chest. His heart was racing. It sounded like you were going somewhere.
He's gonna be leaving you.
Walt gently removed the device from Luca's ears. Listen to me, Luca. I have some business to take care of. I'll be back in time to tuck you in. Luca hugged his father tightly. Promise? Walt stood up and walked to the door. He glanced over his shoulder.
Oh, this
I
game.
promise. With a wink and a grin, he put on his hat and strode out into the evening sun. A figure approached soundlessly from the foggy snowfall. It stood above them, lingering in contemplation.
Who's this new character?
Slowly raising one hand above Iggy, it snapped out 2 brisk raps on his head. From a deep slumber, Iggy sprang up defensively.
Oh, it's a little
Whether
mouse.
it was the calming presence or the recognition that he was not in danger, Iggy felt his clenched fists lower. Luca looked up, gradually remembering his whereabouts. The figure exhaled a cloud of warm vapor.
Hey, Seraphic. Oh, dude, you missed another exposition scene. We found out that there's memories that Luca repressed from his childhood.
When it came to complete strangers, Iggy had trouble cobbling together an insult.
It was the best he could do. Oh, hey, Nat.
Iggy huffed with gratification. Nat began to turn away indifferently.
We found a local. To be fair, we're all tired of people being vague as heck here. What?
Iggy turned sharply and began to stomp off. Realizing he'd worn their patience thin, Nat relented. Luca and Iggy turned around with hope in their eyes. Nat took a deep breath in. Nat exhaled slowly, then snapped his fingers. For a brief moment, Luca and Iggy let themselves believe that some great magic was about to unfold, until they opened their eyes and found themselves in the exact same place.
Oh.
Cold and disheartened.
What happened? Oh. Oh, this reality is much less. It's a reality. That's the original Beacon Pines. Oh. Oh, the evil has already happened. Oh, the town we grew up in is a replica. Wow. All right. This is the original Beacon Pines. Interesting. Also wild. Someone would have noticed. A mind-numbing attention to detail. Those survey guys. Is this the real life?
Nat narrowed his eyes, furrowed his brow, and uttered,
Into
Luca began to laugh uncomfortably. He looked down at his feet. His eyes started back and forth in contemplation. With a sudden pain, a thought struck him. He sprinted off into the pale distance. As Iggy turned to
His
follow,
house.
Nat called out,
It's not too late to turn back. Oh.
Chapter 6.
Not the treehouse.
The Source. Nat expressed his sympathy with a shrug and sauntered off as unassumingly as he'd arrived. He'd given Luca and Iggy what they needed, and nothing more. As Luca sprinted across the snow, the events of the past few days became clearer, pieces to a larger puzzle. Rollo said he was underground somewhere, captured. Mr. Kerr tried to cover it up with lies. The clipboards were hell-bent on capturing Iggy. It all seemed to point to perennial harvest. But right now, there was one thing that Luca needed to know. Luca stopped dead in his tracks.
Oh.
The tree was gone, uprooted and moved, leaving a raw gash in the earth. He dropped to his knees and dug wildly at the cold snow. His numb hands hit something hard, a headstone. A dry whisper escaped Luca's lips.
Oh no.
There was no reply, just snow-covered silence. Iggy finally noticed the tears welling in Luca's eyes and the snow-covered grave.
You can't. It's the emotional roller coaster that is this game. I swear to God. This can't even let a dead man rest.
Suddenly, they heard the crunch of approaching footsteps in the snow.
Saved a town full of people. Hey, Jacko. This is worse than the space shuttle in E. I think so. I think so.
He bent down to scoop up a snowball and lobbed it playfully.
I wonder who the guys in the hazmat suits are. If you've been watching this whole time, man, oh god. So this frozen hellscape is actually the original town where we're born, and they made a replica town somewhere warmer, and that's where they moved literally everybody, and nobody noticed for some reason.
Luca stuttered through heaving sobs. Iggy gave Luca a solid smack on the back of his head.
You act like a horse's ass. Yeah, that's it, buddy.
Luca wiped his eyes with a sleeve.
Sure, if something unfortunate were to happen to the pressure source.
Iggy flashed a mischievous smile and cracked his knuckles.
No, he's got plans. There is no house because my house is gone.
Iggy and Luca shared a skeptical look.
Yes, you do, actually.
A disc of smooth metal was lightly covered in snow. Two faint seams were visible along the surface.
It's kind of sad to think the town can be put back to its original spot, but Iggy's face. Oh, why you gotta go there? Oh, yeah, you can't.
Iggy darted behind a large pine and began digging furiously. He emerged holding a shoebox with a crude skull painted on its lid.
Premium grade fireworks. See, when I really think about it, you're like, how did they pull off transferring everyone to a different town like a few kilometers away and nobody found out?
Luca rolled his eyes with realization.
They made everybody sleep for like 5
Iggy
days.
stifled a chuckle.
Somehow they did not hear any of the construction. Aha!
Iggy triumphantly raised the shoebox.
Everybody got moved. I think being able to sleep for 5 days might, you know, might count for being in a coma now. Like it's a short coma, but he woke up 5 days later. That's what Iggy is. I agree. We're gonna blow up that source and send everybody to the Ice Age. Hey, we found a new word. That means this game is not dead yet. It's not done yet because we keep finding new words. He could be.
Luca and Iggy inched up to the edge of the hole with bewilderment in their eyes. Arctic air breathed out of the cavern in heaving gusts.
Echo! Echo! Oh, here we go. So cool.
Mr. Kerr gazed down the abyss in contemplation.
What do you collect the
Kerr
unrefined what?
scratched the back of his
Unrefined
head.
what? Come on! Tell me what this is.
His face contorted into a saccharine grin.
I don't trust this guy at all. From the get-go, I never trusted this guy. Alright. Hyenas are hard to trust after Lion King, yes. So dramatic.
Kerr snapped his fingers.
What's happening?
Iggy turned to Luca with a sly glance. Iggy waved the box into the air.
Oh no, we're
threatening to
gonna
drop it
freeze
down the
again.
hole. Iggy plucked a single bottle rocket from the box and held it up with reverence.
I need you to call off your goons, buddy.
After a
Back
long
off.
pause, Mr. Kerr flung up his hand with frustration. Mr. Kerr sighed into the frigid air.
Into the air.
With a nonchalant flick, Iggy tossed the firework into the hole.
Oh, was that enough? Iggy's wild.
With a growl, Kerr leapt at Iggy, crashing through Luca.
Oh!
Iggy tried to twist away, but in the struggle they both tumbled over the side. Luca dove forward, bracing Iggy's hand just before it slipped. His
Hold
grip
on,
was
Iggy.
made precarious by the cold, wet snow. He could see Kerr further down, clinging to Iggy's coat.
Oh! Oh no. Oh, Iggy, no! These are some really adult decisions, Iggy. Come on.
Mr. Kerr gasped with insult. With a wild look in his eye, Mr. Kerr began to hum a proud melody.
He looks crazy.
Luca's hand began to cramp. His voice began to crack.
Oh no. Iggy!
Luca felt Iggy loosen his grasp.
No. Oh. Oh, Jesus.
Every muscle in Luca's body burned.
Didn't expect this, did you, chat?
Luca felt his hand slipping. A calm settled over Iggy's face.
Nobody expected this from this game.
Iggy's voice was colder than the bitter air billowing from the chasm.
Refuse? Come on, brain cells, sound off in the chat. Which one do we pick? Refuse or accept Iggy's request? Refuse. Alright, cool.
Luca
We're
had
going to
no
do that.
choice but to refuse Iggy's request. He tightened his grip and reached for the walkie-talkie in his pocket.
Just because even if we refuse, he could still be a, he could still slip. It's not wrong. The same as us letting him go, but with a
A
choice.
wild delight crept onto Mr. Kerr's face. That's a good lad. Now, radio for help. Iggy begged Luca with his eyes one last time, but Luca pressed the button and called out. We need help. Mr. Kerr is in danger. It wasn't long before they were once again surrounded by clipboards.
Oh,
Mr. Kerr sighed with relieved frustration. There you are. You really are a worthless lot, aren't you?
I really hate this guy.
Mirror, now. A clipboard dutifully produced an ornate ivory hand mirror. and Mr. Kerr began preening his tousled hair. Ah, that's better. Mr. Van Horn, I applaud your sharp thinking under duress.
Just because we refuse.
I'll put in a good word for you with the founder. Take them away. A swarm of hands overpowered Luca. The last thing he saw before a cloth bag was pulled over his head was the defeated look on Iggy's face.
We can't do the same injustice to Iggy as we already
The
did to his
end.
face, man. Well, this is the end.
I think this was one of those times where doing the right thing was the wrong thing.
Alright. Time to accept.
Luca had no choice but to accept Iggy's request.
You accept.
With a quiet blink, Luca watched a teardrop sail down into the howling void.
Into the
As his fingers
sacrifice.
slowly gave up, he met eyes with Iggy. The two silhouettes were swallowed by darkness.
Iggy, buddy, you're too young to be making sacrifices. And that's how Iggy went. Just the right amount of energy. Could have helped him. Oh ho! Alright. Strong enough to generate a runaway reaction.
We have some idea what that would look like.
If the explosion was bigger than the tiny explosives Iggy had, we know what happens. Why? Why Luca?
A fierce twinkle flashed in Nat's eyes.
Oh, you're the chosen one.
With a chuckle, Nat turned and walked west. Dumbfounded, Luca followed behind him,
Is
trudging
he the
through the
inheritor
snow.
of... I think so.
Every step taking him further away from everyone and everything he knew, and closer to destiny. To be continued in Beacon Pines, Pines Harder.
What? What? What?
Revenge served cold.
What?
Second time's a charm?
I think they're joking. I think they're joking. There's no sequel.
Wait, that's it? This ends with a crummy cliffhanger just when it was getting good?
Oh, this game, I swear to God.
I was even starting to like Iggy. No way. I refuse to be associated with some never-ending parade of sequels. Let's go back and find something more definitive.
Alright. Ah, look at the artwork for Iggy. Ah. Where do we have another option for a new word? There we go. The end. With Grandma. Back to Grandma.
And in the stillness, he began to hum. After the death of his father, Luca had trouble sleeping. Each night, his mother would sit at the foot of his bed and hum a gentle melody. It was the only thing that could calm his mind. The only thing that, however briefly, could make it all seem okay. That melody pervaded every memory Luca had of his mother.
No.
Shivering in the raw snow, he began to hum it out loud. Gran lowered the torch, listening closely. As recognition slowly set in, her heart sank. Those countless nights of consolation,
No.
the incomparable loss they shared together. She let the torch fall to the snow and sizzle out. A few steps toward Luca was all she could bear before dropping to the snow herself.
Oh.
Through a flood of tears, she began to hum along. Luca lifted his head in astonishment. The last time he heard that melody was the last night he saw his mother.
No.
Luca blinked through blurry, watery eyes, trying to see more clearly. He could just make out
Knew
the
it.
impression of a familiar face.
I called
Peered
it.
across the snowscape at the woman on her knees. Something about her was undeniably his mother. Only smaller, older, changed. Luca sprinted as fast as he could toward his mother.
So many questions like how?
They held each other close, and the cold retreated from their bodies.
And what happened?
Eleanor looked down at Luca, tightening her embrace in an appeal for forgiveness.
Yes. Question on all of our minds. I thought you'd have pieced it together by now. She's not a random stranger. But you always look like that, Mom. No, she got older, like, because the aging group, right? She got exposed somehow. I don't know yet. I don't think we'll ever know that story.
Joseph slumped into the cold, wet snow. For the first time in a long time, her voice felt like her own again. Luca gazed down at Nuncreed with pity. He looked small. Joseph stared into the snow as if searching it for answers.
I hope this is finally the happy ending. Oh no.
Chapter 9. The Devil You Know. 7 months ago. Eleanor Van Horn crept down the maze of sterile hallways under perennial harvest. She stopped in front of the large steel door marked Deep Engineering. No turning back now. She raised a trembling hand. The stolen keycard worked as promised, and the door buzzed open with mechanical efficiency. She was immediately hit with the smell of disinfectant.
Oh ho ho, what's that?
It was some
What's
sort
that
of
about?
laboratory. In one corner was a desk covered in papers. Across the room stood a tall metal pod with hoses protruding from its base. She rushed to the desk and began shifting through the piles of papers. They were experiment reports on something called Tempus liquamen.
Ooh, this is the source thing, the goo.
There were dozens of them, every one stamped failed. Eleanor heard the sharp echo of footsteps approaching. She was out of time. Her eyes scanned the room, eventually landing on the strange pod. Muttering a curse under her breath, she dashed over and dove inside.
Oh. You tell him, Mom.
Mr. Kerr addressed the crowd with a sarcastic tone.
Can you imagine the power he has to be able to move an entire town? We just had to leave town for. There we go. Leave town for a few days. A sham.
Whispers
Okay.
filtered through the crowd.
Now that everybody knows. Oh ho ho, thank you. What's going to happen in this drama?
Torment dragged on Joseph Nuncrete's face.
Is Sol is Solomon the old mayor? This is the old mayor.
He paused for a moment, plucking a piece of fuzz from his sweater and discarding it to the ground.
Oof, what's gonna happen in this story?
Kerr gave a bow of deference.
Is
Gasps
he
rippled
the
through
old
the
mayor?
crowd.
Oh god.
Solomon pulled a glass vial from his pocket. In one smooth motion, he downed its contents. A triumphant smile grew across Solomon's lips.
Oh, I knew it. He was secretly Sharper Valentine. Oh, if your mom can grow old, why can't people get younger?
His body and face began to contort and expand as he disappeared into a belching green mist. A hushed horror gripped the crowd.
Yeah, dude. Solomon, the tiny dog, child dog thingy. He's secretly Sharper Valentine.
This is a story about change.
No. No.
Sharper examined his new hands.
Did you expect that? I don't think so. Sharper Valentine Festival.
Sharper choked out a crude squawk of a laugh.
His descendants weren't of much help.
Frustrated grumbles sprinkled through the crowd.
Because remember, his only daughter was forced to adopt a child, probably his baby self.
William Kerr gave a subtle nod to the clipboards.
So wild.
A helpless quiet settled over the crowd.
Daddy. Yes. Ooh. He's been wasting his time. Went from JD detective to spoiled son. Joseph? Who's Joseph? Oh, Joseph Nancreed. Why are you with the backbone now? Yeah, they're talking to their dad. Suddenly, backbones don't exist. Since he was an old man. Ah. No, I don't like that plan. No. I'll pass on that.
Sharper addressed the crowd with indignant pride. He'd planned this moment for so long that now, at the deed's fruition, it almost felt frivolous.
Then, not the time for gossip.
Mr. Kerr flourished a preposterously elaborate bow.
That explains some things. He was Patrick Montesquieu. Fear is a motivator. I saw what they did there. Oh, habits of this. Patsy. Oh, thank you. I didn't catch that one. That's actually pretty smart.
Sharper coughed up one final laugh and cracked his knuckles. And so, Sharper set about remaking the town in his own image.
Oh no.
The fertilizer factory soon reopened for business. Sales rose steadily as more and more farmers across the countryside began to swear by its miraculous properties. Beacon Pines became famous. A secretive town that, for the right price, shared its gifts with all. Gifts that became more and more necessary in a world where winters grew longer and longer. The end.
Oh, that's not a good ending.
This is wrong,
Yes.
but
Being
things are
frozen
becoming
was
clearer
better.
now. You can feel it, right? We can't let Sharper win. He might just be the key to this whole thing. Let's see.
Oh. Where did we unlock? Oh. Alright. Well, normally our Tuesdays are about 2 hours long. I don't think we'll be finishing this tonight because it looks like there's at least a couple branches for us to work through. So, so we'll do this another time for the next stream. Let's go back in time and kill Solomon. We'll try that, yeah? Yeah? For now, though, I hope you had fun. What did you think of the day? It was wild. Uh, don't forget to join a Discord. Yeah? So, so where can we go back in time to kill Thomas? Um, I hope you guys had fun. It's a little late and I've got work tomorrow, so I gotta turn in. Um, we're gonna finish this in the next one. I promise you that. I think we're close. I think we're really close. Um, thanks, Sir Rafik, for being the most active brain cell in the chat. I appreciate you being there. Um, let me know your thoughts. We might have to prepare a backup game for next Tuesday if we do finish this in the next hour and a half. Yeah. For now, have a good day, good morning, good afternoon, good night. This is Norm. I hope you had a good one. Ta ta.